Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. How's it going today? Haven't posted a video for a while. Last few days, I've been working on a die filer. Now, I had done a video before about how you could use a saber saw for a die filer, and I rigged up a little bracket to hold the saber saw. But I had this old AMT table saw. It was a real small table saw. Sears used to sell them. And I wasn't using it for anything. So I thought, what better item to use for a rather large die filer? Now, I've got a little Black & Decker variable speed saber saw underneath. Let me move the camera and maybe you can see that. I simply mounted it upside down. This is one of those saber saws that uses a special type of blade insert. It will work with regular blades, but I found some diamond files on Amazon that were 10 millimeters wide. And they've got approximately 2 inches, 2.5 inches, almost 3 inches of diamond grit on them. And they're fairly tough. They're not real flexible, very rigid. And I cut the handles off. Here's one of the handles I cut off. And they cut off with a regular hacksaw. Don't try to cut in the diamond area because it's going to ruin your blade. But on my bandsaw, I copied the shape, traced it and copied it so that it would fit. Now I'm going to move this camera just a little bit. There we go. And you simply press down on this lever and insert the blade, and there it is. Then I turn it on. Now when I'm filing, let's say with this piece, it tends to push the blade back a little bit. So I took the old rip fence and put a bearing on it. And I use that to steady the blade so it can't file at an angle. And there you can see the results. With the diamond file, it cuts in both directions, so I don't have the problem with the piece jumping around so much or dulling the file because it's going the wrong way. As we all learned in shop class, you can only file in one direction with a standard file. So, there it is. It's one way a person can make themselves a die filer without investing a lot of money. I know there's a lot of kits out there that run $150, $175 for a cast iron kit, and then you have to machine it. Not that I couldn't machine it, but I figured why not use what I have. So, but on top of that, I decided to make myself a 1/2 scale, more traditional looking vintage die filer. Didn't follow any of the recommendations or instructions on how to make it. I just kind of winged it. I started out with a little cam piece here off an old sewing machine and a 5/16 rod that I bolted to a linkage. I've got a little guide under here. If I can move this tripod. Got a little guide under there. I have a bronze bushing for the cam. I have a brass bushing for the rod. And right now I'm running it off of a drill press. I'm going to be putting a small sewing machine motor on it. But it actually works. And like I say, it's half scale. It's about 8 inches tall. Never really measured it. Let's see. Oh, it's only 6 inches tall. So it's, I guess you would call it almost a 1/3 scale. Because I think most die filers are 16, 18 inches high. So, and this again uses the diamond files. Show you what one of those look like. It's got a little 1/8 inch round shank on it. So I just drilled a 1/8 inch hole in the end of the bolt that I used and put a number 8 set screw in it and made sure that it cleared everything. So I've been busy. I've been having fun. I enjoy this stuff. This would be, when it's completed, when I have the sewing machine motor on it, or DC motor, haven't decided yet. This will be another in what I like to call my series of kitchen table machine shop machines. So there you have it. Coming up with a die filer isn't all that difficult. And they're useful little tools. Kind of antiquated, but useful. So, I hope you're all having yourselves a good day. And we'll talk to you later. And hopefully, after today's video, my viewership will increase. Thanks for watching.